Hi, I'm Matt Theriault, the Do-Over Guy, success coach and host of the most popular personal development podcast on iTunes, Your Do-Over. And what I do is I show people who want more out of life. I show people dissatisfied with their current situation how to start over and begin a new life, setting goals and objectives so that they can create wealth and just live life to the fullest. And this video is all about how quitting can sometimes be a good thing. Never, never, never give up. There's a Winston Churchill's famous quote, referenced by many, countless people. And, the society of which we live frowns on quitting, don't they? I mean, winners never quit and quitters never win. That's another favorite. I could recite probably countless quotes that convey that notion, but is that idea of never quit applicable in every situation? Well, despite what the peanut gallery may have to say, giving up can be a powerful move in the pursuit of your dreams. I mean, is there anything that you can look back on and recognize where you probably should have thrown in the towel long before you actually did? I mean, what I'm trying to say is, don't get stuck in a bad situation solely to avoid the label of quitter. I mean, you know your situation better than anybody else does. And besides, what someone else thinks of you that's really none of your business anyway. But on the other hand, I'm not suggesting that you go out and quit every time the going gets a little rough. No, by no means. I'm not suggesting that. I mean, anything worthwhile is going to take courage, it's going to take strength and fortitude and persistence and oftentimes thick skin. But there are times when raising that white flag, giving up, calling it quits, and throwing in the towel is the intelligent thing to do. So here are 5 scenarios where quitters can actually win. 1. Quit when pride takes over. I mean, I actually kind of already gave this one away. Don't let fear of the label quitter imprison you. I mean, sometimes we make bad decisions and we don't realize it until we've experienced some time in the world of that decision. I mean, if your happiness and well-being and or the happiness and well-being of those you care about most is suffering from a bad decision, quit. Okay? Tend to your responsibilities and make the transition for whoever is affected as comfortable and easy as possible, but quit and move on to something that preserves and ideally promotes your well-being and those that which you care about. Pride, wasted emotion. 2. Quit when you're bored or unchallenged. Now, this isn't a requirement. You don't have to quit if you're bored, but if you're feeling unfulfilled, you'll get no argument from me if you want to quit. I mean, humans, they're naturally meant to grow and increase in all that they do. And if you're bored, comfortable, or unchallenged, it means you're not growing. And if you're not growing, in my opinion, you're dying. So don't get stuck and let all of the wonderful things life has to offer pass you by. Life should be exciting. I mean, we're not on this earth long enough to waste one precious moment being bored. All right? 3. Quit when you're doing it just for others. Speak up. Open your mouth. Let people know how you feel. I mean, share your ambitions and goals with as many people as you can. I mean, I'm not suggesting, going and being obnoxious about it, but biting your lip for fear of hurting or disappointing others helps nobody. In fact, it hurts everybody. I mean, if you find yourself living small or less than your full potential because you don't want to make others feel bad, stop it. Quit. Do you. I mean, only when you are being the biggest and best you that you can be, can you really be of service to others? I mean, in serving others, that doesn't mean you have to be miserable. 4. Quit when your heart's not in it. I mean, attaching yourself to an outcome is a dangerous stand to take. I mean, loosen up a little and let life happen. The only thing you can count on never changing is that life will always throw change at you. And just because you went to school to be a business mogul doesn't mean you're a quitter because you discovered your heart is really in working with nonprofits. I mean, interests change. That's okay. New passions develop. Old ones may transform. Be cautious of the rut. I mean, just because it's what you declared to do 10 years ago doesn't mean it's a life sentence. I mean, if your heart is no longer in it, quit. Be responsible about it, but explore where your heart now lives. 5. Quit when you're scared to quit. I mean, in most cases, quitting means venturing into the unfamiliar, the uncertain, right? That can be scary. I mean, that can keep you imprisoned inside of, I don't know, God knows what. Fear is, and probably will always be, your biggest barrier to living the life that you truly want. Not just you, everybody. I mean, even me. I mean, none of us are immune. We all get scared. And you'll surprise yourself how quickly you'll adapt, though. Because it's not always waiting for the perfect time to quit that makes it a good decision. It's often what we do after we quit that makes it a good decision. So don't be afraid to quit. Don't be afraid to take risks. I mean, what I've come to know is that those that risk nothing, they risk everything. So if you're finding yourself unsatisfied, unfulfilled, or pressured into doing what you're doing, always know that you have the ability to change it. You do. You can change it. You simply have to make the decision and then act on that decision. If you decide to quit, regardless of what it may be, do it with your head held high. I mean, if you're quitting for the right reasons, know that quitters can and often do win.